So this was requested by the same person who asked for the Mina Ashida one, who is like playing in the mud. And by the way, there will be a part 2 for that. But this part is kind of a part 2 of, well, part 1 of a different one that I'm adding to it, because I thought I can get two in one thing. But I cannot say their name. I think it's Akira Yamada, like the Yachime the Kitsu, I think. But yeah, anyways, let's go. Tamaki and you knew each other when you two were little, like really little. Maybe you two had been 5 years old when you two met. Hey, my name is Ian. What's yours? You asked quickly and quietly. He looked up at you, your hand out for him to take. You two were the last ones to have partner up. Your hair was covering your face. He could tell that you were red in the face. Tamaki, he spoke. He could finally see your face now. Your eyes looked to be teary. Your hands were scarred. Are you okay? He got up, holding your hand. You were a little shocked. Yeah, I just fell down, you said, hugging him. He was taken aback, but he hugged you. That was how the two of you met, really. Whenever something happened, he would help you any way he could. Tamaki, guess what? You asked, holding his hand, as the two of you walked to school. You were so scared, and holding his hand helped both of you calm down. What, Yin? He asked, looking at as spring came along, butterflies moving along out the leaves, birds making noise with their beautiful songs, and the cherry blossoms falling. He didn't hear you talk, but he watched as a blossom flew and landed on the back of your hair. He grabbed it and felt it. Hey, were you even listening? You giggled. Uh-huh. He asked. I was asking about name. Do you think he actually likes me? You asked. Tamaki felt like he wanted to cry in the insides. I think you should try, he said, letting go of your hand as his friends came to talk to him. So you left, continuing to walk. His friends didn't see you, and Tamaki knew your quirk, and he wished he had it. Time skip. It had been a month. Tamaki, well, let's just say, jealous of your new boyfriend. You were always talking to him about lunch talking to him at lunch instead of him. But don't get him wrong. He was glad you found someone who could handle your emotions. That all came to an end when you were outside his dorm room. Yin, what's wrong? He asked as you cried into his chest. He cheated. You cried more. He didn't know what to do, but rubbed your back. Yin, come sit down. He spoke, leading you to a soft beanbag chair he had. He locked the door so no one could bother you as he tried everything he could to help you. He walked over to the little mini fridge he had in his room and brought out your favorite snacks and a drink. He walked over, sitting on the floor next to you, and from you on the beanbag chair, and offered you what he had. Your tears soon stopped as you saw your longtime best friend. Thank you, you hiccuped, tears still rolling down your cheeks. He blushed. He brushed them off. He brushed them off with his thumbs. Are you all right now? He asked. You nodded, looking away. You felt so bad for him. All these years you have put him through everything. Going to a haunted house for Halloween, he ended up passing out. Going to a roller coaster, he also ended up passing out. And with all the heartbreaks, every time you came running to him, he didn't know how to help you one bit. But at least he tried. You still felt bad though. You felt like you were using him as an emotional support system. Tamaki, I'm sorry about all of this, you hiccuped. What? He asked. The tears rolled down your eyes again. Every time bad things happen, I always come crying to you. I always make you do things you don't even do with Mirio. You spat, looking at him. What do you mean? Uh, I'm, I, I'm fine with you going to me, he yelled quietly. If you, then I wouldn't know. Oh, if you didn't, then I wouldn't know you were fine, he continued. For all my life, since I met you, all I felt was happiness, like I could do anything. He looked down. What? You asked, shocked as to what he had said. Ian, I've liked you for many years now, ever since you let out your hand to me. He finally looked up, all red in the face. It hurt me so much when you would date or ask someone out. And then once they broke up or broke it off with you, it hurt me even more. Why would someone hurt the one they love? He asked, crying. Tamaki, you spoke lightly. Oh, why haven't you told me? You asked. Because I thought you would have hated me if I told you. He spoke. He looked down. He didn't want to see the look on your face. It probably looked of horror. He felt a hand on his cheek. He looked at it, and you smiled at him. Tamaki, why didn't you just say that? I know you're shy, but ever since middle school, I had noticed I liked you, and still do. He spoke out, a tear rolling down his down his face. Blush spread around his whole face. I started dating others because I thought it was something wrong with me. But after name, I knew it had to be you. Someone who was always there for me, even if it's something stupid. Both of you started tearing up. He hugged you, and you returned the hug, smiling. So does that mean we're... You cut him off. Yes, silly, you giggled. Him smiling. With this, someone had heard all of this. He clenched the love letter he had in hands, his smile fading at the words he heard. But he couldn't break his best friend's heart. Friend code, after all. I would like to say something. This will be my last episode for some time because some events have happened in my personal life, and I would like to take a break from YouTube and all of that. So I please hope you understand. Hopefully I will be back soon. I love you all.